Right. I don't know how to put a background on this or anything.
All
So
right, hold on.
Oh, you didn't put my background. Good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. Welcome to the Dani Perro Show. We are here live in the home studio tonight. We are so excited to welcome the wonderful, amazing, talented musician, Lucky Harmon. I also have Doc G, my co host, joining me as well. Thank you for being here.
Sure, no problem.
And Lucky, thank you for your time.
thank you for having me.
We are excited to just start a little bit because I think previously, maybe a year or two ago, I was supposed to have you on my show, and I think something had happened. Maybe we're like moving or something, and then we were able to reschedule for the situation today.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was you or if it was Paula.
No, I was definitely moving. Yep.
Okay. Well, that's good. Bigger, better situation, I'm sure. So I wanted to get a little bit started for everybody that's tuning in. If you could give me a little bit information for yourself, how you got interested in music.
Oh wow, how I got interested in music. I
Yeah.
started doing music at a childhood age of about 8 years old. You
Okay.
know, started playing guitar at a young age, and then my uncle got me a harmonica, and I never expected to even mess
Mm.
around with a harmonica. And then I discovered I had a voice, and that's been my main instrument ever since. I still have a guitar, but the guitars that I used to have, I actually sold when my kids were born.
Oh, you
So
are a dad. I did not know that.
yeah. Two,
Congratulations.
thanks. They're older though. Time flies.
So, getting a chance to just do a little bit music wise, harmonica. Did you ever do piano or anything else growing up as well?
I had a beat machine making beats.
Okay. That's
Hmm.
definitely fun.
Never
Were you
did the
into
piano. I had a keyboard, but I didn't really decide to pursue that. You know what I mean?
for the beats that you were doing? Were you looking into EDM, or was it just for fun?
Pop, R&B.
Adding it more in the rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. I wanted to ask you. You said you started when you were 8. Did you ever do
Yeah,
any musical theater or anything as well to help yourself or ambush yourself to be a musician?
absolutely did. I did vocal ensemble. I did all state, all county chorus. I went to show choir camps of America in Warren, Ohio. I did talent shows in school and talent shows outside of school, like with record labels and executives.
That's very cool. It sounds like your background is a lot. I mean, you have a lot around it. Did you ever do like Broadway or anything like that?
Well, when I did vocal ensemble in high school, I didn't think about Broadway that much, but I basically did it because I wanted to develop, stage presence and get my voice better and learn how to perform a lot better, with other, you know, people in my vocal range, as I'm a tenor high, tenor low. But I never really, no, Broadway really wasn't my forte. It was more about pop and R&B, because I'm a songwriter as well. So a couple of my friends were actually doing some Broadway stuff, but not me.
Well, what do you like about today's artists?
I guess the versatility.
The different kinds of sounds, like you said,
Yeah, the
beats.
different kinds of sounds and the different multi genres per se with crossovers. Like a good example would be like Post Malone. He does pop, he does hip hop, and now he's doing country. He's
Hmm.
a very good versatile artist.
He does rap too, a little, I think.
Yeah, he does rap too. And Jelly Roll's another
Yeah.
artist that's very versatile. He sings, he does hip hop, he does country. It's amazing.
And I
You
got to
know.
compliment you too, Lucky, because I'm a music artist too, Gene Pirro, and you comment all the time on what I do, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, man, you're welcome. It's awesome, and it's just as artists, we got to support each other. You know what I
There you
mean?
go. There you go.
Do you think that in your music industry, because you like Post Malone and different musicians out there? I mean, I know you probably grew up with a whole different era versus what we have out in the world now. Would you
Yeah, I
want
can
to
definitely say it again.
would you want to look into doing some rap as well?
I do have like some of my songs do have a little rap in them, but
Okay.
I grew up listening to like Michael Jackson, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Aaron Carter, LFO. Like that's the whole era that I was in that really developed my stage presence and who inspired me. You know what I mean? Like that particular era, like the pop 2000s and the early
Bring that
80s of
era
Michael
back,
Jackson.
Lucky. It's not
What's
out
that?
anymore. You have to bring that era back.
I'm working on it.
It's really hard because not a lot of the stuff on the radio sound like that, and it makes me
Um,
like miss it so badly.
yeah, I'm definitely working on it. I can tell you that. I just did a show tour with LFO and O Town per se back in January. So and that was 2000 era, going back to that era, and that's the era I grew up with. So it's like it should tell you what.
Was that with Dream Street?
Say it again.
Was Dream Street a part of that?
No.
No, it might have ended. Okay, no, there's I thought they had come on tour again with another boy band we recently had on the show called Dream Street. That was
Oh, okay.
back then in the 90s as well.
Yeah. So I mean.
1990s. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that, good music is good music. I mean, it doesn't have an age to the music, you know what I mean? Like there's no expiration date is what I meant to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Good music is good music, Icons are long, long out there building, keeping their legacy alive even if they're not on the earth, even if they're dead. Like Michael Jackson, he's an icon. His music is always going to hit. People always love his music. And now look, they're doing a movie documentary on him. I mean, it's epic.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good movie. That's going to be incredible.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool.
Do you feel like a lot with your music career because you get a chance to, just broaden your horizon, you get a chance to work with different musicians or collaborations? Do you feel like there's something that you would like to do differently? Is there somebody that you'd like to work with that you didn't get a chance to yet?
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of artists that I would love to work with that I haven't, got a chance to. And really it's due to budget constraints and it's due to timing of the artist, and my timing. You know what I mean? Like the timing has to be on point and the budget has to be right, to do a proper record with other major A-list artists, There's definitely a lot of artists that I definitely want to work with that I see myself working with.
Like who?
I just
If you have top 5.
top 5.
Wow, that's a hard question.
No,
Oh boy, here we go. Top 5.
Answer. I gave him more than one.
Jelly Roll.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. As well as wow, top 5. She really hit me with that one, didn't she? I would love honestly to work with Taylor Swift. I think she's amazing. I really do. Her stage presence and everything, and just her.
Yeah.
She's definitely one of my top 5s. Justin Timberlake for sure.
Ooh, okay.
Because I developed a lot of my sound from his. He inspired me growing up a lot.
Your
a
style,
good bit.
your music,
My style, my voice musically, my tone, like he inspired me and that kind of developed me and really pushed me to stay in the pop genre, and LFO was a dope group that, I looked up to, and my friend Aaron Carter, but I'm supposed to do some stuff with him.
Rest
Who
in
else?
peace.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I would
We're
say,
about that.
yeah. Pitbull's another one I think I could work with. I would love to work with. I think that'd be dope.
Do you like country? I know you said you were looking.
I'm more pop genre, but if it's country, it has to be more country pop. It has to really have that pop vibe with a little country to it. But I'm not straight country. No, I'm not. That's not really.
I was gonna say Kane Brown. He does a lot of rapping too. He is country, but he can have a slight pop.
I think Post Malone. Like, Post Malone for sure. Yeah, he's definitely in my top 5. And I would say wow. I would say like I want to go outside the box here, and I mean this is the hip hop world. I'm thinking like Nicki Minaj
Nikki, okay. There
because
nothing
of her energy. And I actually know one of her producers as well. So like that can be a done deal. You know, just got to put the play in motion.
Just put it out there. Exactly. That's how it works.
Just got to put the play in motion.
Manifestation.
So, and then I think who else would I say that I want to work with that is in my, well, I think Mike what's the guy's name? He does Cooler Than Me. I think that'd be the dope collab.
Posner?
Mike Posner. Yeah, Posner. Mike Posner. Yeah, I think that'd be a dope collab too.
I remember.
Yeah, you know who else I thought about, and I'm way over 5 now, is Miley Cyrus.
I think you're at 7 or 8.
You're way over.
I know you should have did
top
top.
10.
You should have gave it a top 10. You know.
But you were having a hard time struggling with top 5, and then you gave me more.
And Eminem would be another one.
Oh,
Okay,
wow,
so what's your last one? Because you're at 10 now. That was 9.
Oh wow. See, this is the tricky part.
One
Charlie Puth. Charlie Puth.
Okay, I love Charlie. Yeah, he's incredible. Okay.
So we hit the top 10.
Awesome.
Hey, Lucky, take me through how you write a song. Do you look for? Is it the lyrics? Is it the music? Or is it the theme? Because
I have a process. You know, it all starts with the beat. And as far as the beat, it has to really move me, and I have to really feel that beat in my soul. I really have to feel it. But I also write music depending on the situation that I'm going through. Okay. If I'm going through something that's really sad, or if I'm going something that's really good energy. But the thing is music is obviously the universal language to our soul, right? So I try to make music where people can actually relate to the music.
Okay.
You know, I really dive deep into the music. Now, sometimes I'll get with a co-writer. I'll come up with a hook on the song, or I'll come up with the verse, and then I'll go to the co-writer and say, "Hey, help me write this hook," and then I'll build off the hook from there. But the creative process is what I love the most, besides performing. And I believe there's a formula to a great record. And it sometimes it can happen real fast, and it's just like it comes out automatically, and then other times it's like, oh man, what direction do I go, or what am I going to give the fans and the audience this time, you know? Like, but most of the time I try to make my music upbeat, mid-tempo, or positive vibes.
Okay.
But it also has to have some kind of emotional ability into it as well. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you hear love songs, you hear songs about breaking up, you hear songs about happy times, summertime songs, winter songs. You know, you just hear a different variety of emotions through a hit record. You know what I mean? So I just try to build myself off of what I'm going through, how the beat moves me, and what I'm feeling, and what I want everybody else to feel, or they can relate to it and be inspired by it. You know what I mean? Like,
I like that. I like the way you think, because it's the beat is what motivates you to actually write the song, which is awesome.
Right. And it also is what moves the crowd.
Right, but what moves the crowd? Correct. Yeah. If people start moving, it's probably a good song for you. I get it. That makes sense. I get it.
Yeah. Yep.
You're trying to definitely make sure it's a crowd pleaser. I wanted to say, with your career, when you're writing a song, and you said, I liked how you kind of mentioned the hook is where you start from. Like, sometimes I feel like the hook is the most catchiest part when you're
absolutely
writing.
It is.
So
absolutely,
like
that's what makes the hit, you know.
But I feel like that would have been the most complicated. Wouldn't you write the verses first?
It really depends, but if you write a catchy hook, the self will sell itself. You know, the verses is just like you're filling it in, but with a good hook, the people are going to remember the song a lot easier, because they're not going to always remember the verses unless it's a really big record, right? So if you have something that's catchy and repetitive, the hook, and it just pulls people in, and you know you got something, you know.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about your previous single? I believe that you just dropped not too long ago, "Haunted."
Oh, Haunted? Yeah, that's a okay, so here we go with Haunted. I
Yep.
was inspired by Justin Timberlake, What Goes Around and Mirrors. So I linked up with Mia Marie Langston, who co-wrote it, and she's singing backing. She worked with Britney Spears. She sung vocals, backing and lead vocals on Britney Spears' albums.
Okay.
And me and her was chatting it up, and I'm like, look, I'm looking for a record along the lines of Justin Timberlake, but I don't want to copy him per se, but I also want to have like a Britney Spears vibe to it, like a guy version. Like it's just so with that, when me and her, were working on the song, I gave her a concept and we started co-writing it together. So Haunted is really about you're moving on in your future with a new girl,
Mm-hmm.
or you're moving on in life in general and you're being haunted by this ex and it's a past ex,
Mm-hmm.
and they just keep haunting you.
You can't move on.
Right, you
You're
can't.
trying to
No,
run
no,
at it.
they won't let you move on. I've
They're
already
holding.
moved on, they won't. Like it's like you can't delete the past, no erasing that. It just is what it is. She's haunting me, she won't leave me alone type deal. So me and Mia, came up with this because a lot of people go through breakups and a lot of
Yep.
people go through bad relationships or good relationships, and they try to move on and they got that one ex that's just right there. So yeah, that's how we came up with the record. But again, it was inspired by Justin Timberlake. That's where I came up with the vocal tonability, and I took it so far that I actually went into the studio with Justin Bieber's producer, who won a Grammy for one of his records, Andros Rodriguez.
Congratulations. He's
And
big.
yeah, and he vocal aligned the record with me, and he produced the record. And I even took it a step further than that. I recorded in Quad City in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I sent it to my boy Benny Steele, who worked with Justin Bieber, and he's worked with Jason Derulo. So I put the
Okay.
record right in the pocket where it needed to be. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So like I was so inspired by the record, like I said, from What Goes Around in Mirrors. I was like, man, I need to have that team behind me close enough to really make this record hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for promotion, of course.
And that song was
Awesome.
considered for a Grammy for Pop Song of the Year. When was that? I think it was 2 years ago, or a year. No, it was a year ago. It was a year ago, not 2 years ago.
2025.
And
Did it come out?
yeah. But I did a release. I did a re-release under
Okay.
under a different, label and distributor. Um, so the record's doing really well right now. It's on radio. It's doing very well. It's over 2,000 airplay streams, and this is the second month and the first week of the airplay. So I did like a couple month campaign to see what the record can actually do, and it's holding its own.
That's
Cool.
awesome. You should get it on Hamilton Radio.
Yeah, you got to send it to me, Lucky. You still have my email, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely send that to you when we're done
Okay.
the interview, and if we edit it up, you maybe could throw it on there. It's really
I have no problem with that.
He knows
catchy.
how to do that stuff. I don't.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll send it to you after we get off of here. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the record. I really am happy with the record. I've been performing the record a lot live, and I'm getting a lot of good feedback about the record.
Now, is this going to be on an album or is just a single only?
This is just a single. I did a release and then I did a re-release on it. But it's doing exceptionally well. No features on it, like I said, other than Mia Marie, and she's singing backing vocals on it, which is really cool because like to have her on it and she worked with Britney Spears is really awesome.
Well, that's
Really
incredible.
cool.
That means that you're going to the correct scene of where you want to put your career at. And
Right.
You're kind of skyrocketing. You're taking the next step into the industry.
Yeah,
It's kind
exactly.
of nice to have that because you'd be like, hey, I had this person on my album, my single, and more collaborations maybe can come upon that with different, depending on who you want to reach out to, Charlie Puth or Pitbull or anyone like that.
Exactly.
The world
And it just builds up from there.
Yeah, I think that's incredible though. So
Mhm.
Haunted came out. So when did it officially come out though? Because this is the re-release. Was it a few years ago? Because you said it was.
It was last June.
Okay. So then it was up for a Grammy like in the summer. Is Grammy summertime or is
Winter,
It's
winter,
yeah, it's winter.
winter?
Usually
Okay,
winter,
winter.
winter.
Okay.
February. It was on the poll about a year ago. Yes.
Okay. How do you feel when you got that like nomination? Like, oh wow, they chose me. Like, I'm nominated for something. Like, what was going
I
through your head?
mean, I felt pretty good, but it's really tough winning a Grammy. You know what I mean? It's very tough. You know, being on the poll was epic, but I was just like, man, I was wishing I won a Grammy because I've been considered 5 times on the poll to, you know, possibly get there.
I'm
But
sure.
it's kind of a letdown in a way because I put so much money and time and effort into a song and
Mhm.
it didn't get what I wanted it to get. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because as artists, I mean, we kind of feel let down because we're working very hard and you know, we're busting our ass in the studio, you know what I mean? And we're working with these top tier producers and engineers and we're wishing the best and they want the best, you
Mhm.
know?
Mhm.
So
Well,
it
you're
was
a
a
dad.
let it was cool to be on the poll, but it was a letdown. So I'm still focusing on going back to the drawing board, making more music, of course.
Okay.
But I'm probably more open to making collaborations with major artists.
So, what's upcoming for you? I know you have a big event coming up this weekend. If you could tell me
Yeah.
a little bit more about it, I definitely want to
So
come.
I'm going to be performing as a special guest on Drake Bell's show. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. I can't wait for it. I'm excited. It's pretty wild because my kids grew up watching Drake and Josh, and I'm actually
I go
being
to
a
I
special
did
guest
as
on
well.
his set.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool. So it's just it's like life's a full circle moment. I think it's really cool. I'm really honored to be on that. It's going to be cool to do it, you know, do that and actually meet him, and I think
Maybe
it's gonna
you
be
can get a
fun. A lot of fun.
collaboration, or
Say it again.
maybe you can get a collaboration.
Possibly, you know, possibly.
You know his songs, I'm sure. You
Say it again.
you know his songs, I'm sure. You know one
Yeah,
of them.
but his music is more. Drake's dope. He's like pop rock. He's like the young Elvis.
Okay.
Plays the guitar, sings, dances. You know, has the whole swag like Elvis, and I think he's really dope. I really think he's iconic. You know, uh, in his own lane, he's really super talented. And like I said, we can relate me and him as an actor because I'm an actor. So there's something there. There's some kind of synergy there because I did acting, he did acting. I mean, I didn't get as far as him, but I definitely did stunts in movies and been in a couple of TV shows. You know, House of Cards and you know, stuff like that. So I think that's really cool where me and him can relate and maybe have a little conversation about that and possibly, you know, maybe a collaboration or more shows together with him, you know? So that's pretty cool. Um, so yeah, I got that coming up. And I also have a show the following Saturday. It's going to be in Brooklyn, New York, where I'm co-headlining for Brooklyn Music Kitchen for Breaking Sounds. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited for that. Yeah.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on your career, like as acting? What exactly you said? Did a couple things here and there. Can you tell us what you did?
Yeah. So I've been acting for about 15 years. I took a setback, you know, when my music career years ago when a music manager passed. This was years ago. I'm talking like 2009. I
Okay.
took you know, a little bit of setback on music. Manager
Mhm.
passed away, so I turned to acting. You know, I got discovered by another actor on a set, a guy named Johnny Alonzo. He's from Dawson's Creek in One Tree Hill. Me and him became best friends. He
Oh, cool.
introduced me to an agent. I auditioned for
I'm
the
familiar.
agent.
Yes. Okay.
Right. And then from audition for the agent, I just started doing, you know, like little commercials here and there, and then taking some training with some acting coaches up here in New York. And then, you know, while I was living down in Atlanta, I was doing stunt work. I was working on Fast 8. I did some of that. I was in a scene with Jason Statham. Worked in
Oh,
Fast
wow.
8, 7 as well. Yeah, I was in the opening scene of the
Amazing
movie.
movie. Oh wow. Woo,
Yeah.
woo.
I did Vampire Diaries. I was a photo double for Paul Wesley.
Okay.
Wow, yeah.
Like 3 to 4 different episodes for Vampire Diaries. Pretty cool. The Walking Dead, I was a
That
photo
show.
double and stunt double on there.
Walking Dead.
Um,
Awesome.
I had a speaking role in House of Cards on season 2. It was just a small
Okay.
little cussing scene, spit blood in one of the lead actors' faces, and that was it. It was a good
Oh, that's iconic.
it was a good 1 minute of fame on the
House of
on
Cards
there.
is show too. That's awesome.
It's
Yeah,
all
so that
IMDb credits, right? It's
yeah, I'm on IMDb as well, Actors Access and stuff. And I did some stuff on ID, the investigation, Discovery.
I love that show.
Played a killer on there, was a lead role on there, and I did some stuff on Braxton Family Values with Tony Braxton.
That's
What
awesome.
else?
Do we know who the
Did a lot of commercials. I'll tell you, I've been in a lot of commercials.
That's incredible.
Golden Corral. I had a principal with what's his name, Jeff Foxworthy. We did a Golden Corral commercial, and basically it was a I think it was either a Valentine's Day commercial, and we were in a jewelry store, and there was a box, and his line was like, "What are you going to give her? The gift that keeps on giving, baby back, spare ribs." And I opened the box, and it's a diamond bracelet, and we're in a restaurant. This was wild. It was wild. It was really cool.
Was this Golden Corral?
Yeah, it was a Golden Corral commercial we shot in Atlanta.
There's not many Golden Corrals around here anymore.
And I'm telling you, I've did a lot of music videos too with a lot of major artists. I was Young Reckless Saints. They used to be signed to Cash Money. It was a boy band.
Okay.
And then Rich Homie Quan, God rest his soul, he's a rapper, a friend of mine. I was in his music video. He made me the lead hitman of the mob in the music video. And yeah, it was pretty cool, pretty surreal. And then my favorite one was the BET Hip Hop Awards in Atlanta in 2016 with T.I. Now listen to this. This is really crazy because this doesn't happen every day. This is where I really am lucky and blessed. I'm telling you, right? I went there as a special guest just to, watch the BET Hip Hop Awards. Okay. I'm sitting front row. And a guy walks up to me, and he's a talent agent, and he taps on me, and he's like, "Hey, you." I'm like, "Me?" "Yeah." He's like, "You." He's like, "Are you SAG?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm an actor." He's like, "Well, he wants you to be on his set." And I'm like, "Who's he?" He's like, "T.I. He wants you to be a part of his set." I'm like, "What?" Okay. So he got me credentials. I was backstage. I seen Snoop, and I seen Yaz from Empire, and then I seen T.I. and he was doing a really, really historic movement for Black Lives Matter in Atlanta.
Wow. Okay.
And he made me a part of it. I was on the stage, not singing, but I was acting, portraying a police officer doing the Black Lives Matters movement. And this was like, this is me. I'm like, oh shit. This is either going to go good or I'm going to jail.
Well, you're not impersonating a police officer in the back.
Well, no, I understand, but this is Black Lives Matter movement.
Yes. Yes.
Iconic part of history, and I support it 100%. I really do. And to be on stage with such a legend in the hip hop culture, man, I would love to do a collab with him. I should have mentioned that as well. I totally forgot. But shout out to T.I. Shout out to T.I. for putting me on the BET Hip Hop Awards in 2016, not expecting it. Like, wow, that blew my mind. And I have video footage, pics with me and him and everything on my Instagram, and I'm just sitting back. It's crazy because my buddy, my neighbor in Georgia was like, "You'll be on that stage one day." I didn't know I was going to be on the stage that soon. That is. I got chills. Look at this. My hair's sticking up on my arms. It was so amazing that happened that night. Yeah. It's just like, that's a memory that I'm always going to remember. And that's always going to be a part of me, to share with people and hopefully inspire people to just go after their dream. Like that just. And can I tell you something else? This is really cool.
Tell me.
Me and him had 3 encounters in person before we actually linked up. And that was the time where I actually met him and got the photo. Because my daughter, I had a birthday party for her at a major game center in Georgia. They had like go-karts, arcades. This is when she was younger and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I seen T.I. and his wife in there. And I was like, "Man, hey, what's up? How's it going?" He's like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm still doing the music and everything." And I was like, "I wanted to get a pic or whatever." He's like, "No, we'll catch up. We'll get a pic sometime." But he was real busy and everything. And we just, talked a good bit. I was like, I listened to a lot of your music, and you did some songs with, Justin Timberlake, and that's inspired me a good bit. And I seen him at a gas station another time. The third time is when he had me on the stage. Wow.
That's crazy. Oh, it was meant to be. It was meant to be, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely meant to be. So, Lucky, what's your thoughts? I might have asked you this in the past, but I just can get a thoughts
Mhm.
again on the newer AI that's out. The newer AI, a lot of my friends that are musicians use it,
Oh boy.
and that's another
This
whole.
is a subject. This is a whole
It's
subject.
as much time as you need, but just give me your thoughts on
Big
this.
study.
I mean, it's a tough subject. I mean, everybody uses what they use in the studio or whatever, but I believe in real human creation from start to finish on making a record. Now,
Okay.
you can use AI to get examples and references, don't get me wrong, or
Mhm.
come up with some kind of concepts, but me personally, I don't use it to make music. Um, I believe it's a hard subject. It's actually slowed down my acting career
Mm.
significantly.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Significantly. That's hurt me very bad. So it's a touchy subject. I mean, it has its pros and its cons, but there's nothing like real human interaction. There's nothing like
Very true.
real authentic making a hit record or an authentic actor being on stage or being on screen. You know what I'm saying?
Would you use it if it was to you wrote your own song, right? You did all that. You're perfect.
Absolutely. I don't yeah, absolutely.
Would you use it after that if maybe it can help you hit the next single out there? Like it helped ambush you more than maybe you thought? Or is that still something where you're
I
like,
mean,
'cause I'm like
I don't
looking
think
at
I
a
would use it
robot.
100%. I don't think I would use it 100%. I think I would use it to give me like a reference or some kind of direction,
Okay.
but I'm not going to just,
Like
use it.
5%. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit, maybe to, say, hey, if I need a co-writer or something to give me some kind of direction, maybe that way. Um, and maybe for like some artwork, maybe some CD covers,
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Ah,
I would
themes.
probably
Yeah.
Yeah,
Design.
show
images,
flyers and
images,
stuff like
right?
that.
So
But
what? So here's a thought.
yeah,
What if you're original writer like you are, and
hmm
somebody says it's AI, it's just AI. How do you feel? I feel insulted when they say that to me.
oh hell yeah, I'm gonna feel definitely insulted. And I'm like, no, it's not. I copyright it. If I'm writing a song, I'm gonna send it to the copyright first.
Mm-hmm. So you
I'm
can
gonna
get
get it in the studio and I'm gonna do a reference of it so I know it's mine. And
Very
then
good.
I'm gonna knock it out the ballpark.
yeah. But it
You
is
know what I'm
getting
saying?
scary what he means with AI. Like it's taking
Well,
over. So
being a part of the Grammys, this is a touchy subject, but being a part of the Grammys and being, voting the Grammys, we're trying to put some stipulations in there where people can't claim other people's ownership by
Hmm.
using AI.
Okay. That would make more sense. I feel like it's rigged
Well,
then.
what's hard about that is everybody's artist, as you know, and you
Yeah.
know this since the beginning of time. Every
hmm
artist has copied from another artist. So really, AI is
hmm
copying from them. At the same time,
Mm.
I don't agree with it,
Mhm.
but at the same time, it's what reality is.
Yeah,
It,
I don't agree with it at all. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't agree with it either,
it's
but that's
I'm
what
not
it is.
I'm not liking it very much. Like I said, I mean, I might use it for a reference or something, or for some flyers, or some artwork designs, or some cool, snippet for a video or something, whatever, some
Yeah.
kind of content per se. But as far as making a genuine song, I love being in the studio and building from the ground up. Get
Yeah.
in there with a producer, get the guitar out, get the keyboard out. Let's make a hit. Let's do this. Let's work. I like working. I don't like
In the,
shortcutting shit.
There you go.
in the works for yourself, do you have or do you already have a music video for Haunted?
I have lyric videos. I haven't actually shot a music video for it.
Ooh, that should be something you look into. I feel like making a music video as an artist is so much fun and creative.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, music videos are dope. I love making music videos, but it's all about perception
Okay. And money.
and
I know it's money.
and
Yeah.
money and budget, because when I make music videos, I want to make $200,000 video. I mean, I don't just want to make any kind of video because I used to be under a record label and I'm used to that level.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't
Yeah.
want to kind of like, oh, I'm just going to throw something together. But then I'm also getting feedback from A&Rs from major labels are like, look, Lucky, just throw the shit out there. Just make content and throw it out there. You got talent, just throw it out
Yeah,
there.
that's
And
true.
but me as an artist, think about, man, like, I don't want to just throw it out there. I want it to be perfect. I want
Okay.
it to be flawless, you know,
Or you
like,
want to tease and then make it happen.
right. But they're saying push content over quality. So I'm just
Mm.
thinking, maybe I can try that direction. And but am I going to be satisfied? But it's really not about me. It's about what the fans want.
That's true. Well, the fans might want you to make a music video for Haunted. You should look into that.
I am. I am.
Lyric video is always fun, but I think it's more fun when you get to portray somebody different in a music video.
And that's where
plus,
the
I'm
acting.
excited to
That's
see
where the
what you
acting
would
comes
do.
in.
Yeah.
That's where the acting and the producer comes in. I mean, that's where I can really, dial into it and become this character of whoever I am in these videos. I mean, yeah, I'm Lucky Harmon, but I'm saying as far as this alter ego personality, you know what I'm saying? Like in these videos.
Whatever you like. Yeah, exactly. I think that's incredible. I think you should definitely look into that. But I mean,
I definitely want to get back to the wild card, with Lil Wayne and get that video done, but that's just been hectic because, he's been on tour nonstop. His team's very busy. I've been very busy, scheduling and everything like that.
you gotta plan your schedules
I
together.
have a huge vision for that song with me and him. I mean, a huge vision.
Okay. Well,
So I hope that happens sooner than later. I mean, we're talking hopefully within the next year or so. I'm hoping, but sometimes you get features from these big artists and you do them, and you might not get the video for 10 years down the road.
Yeah,
unless you're signed to that label or you have the budget they want right away.
Woo!
Or right, or the timing is lined up. It has to be lined up. Like when I did the song with Farrah Franklin, she used to be under Destiny's Child. We did a video, Build Me Up. She was under the record label I was under, so she got in the music video. It worked out great. It was cool. We did the song together. We in the studio, and then we did the video, released the song, done. Bam. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, perfect.
But it don't always work that way.
Yeah.
I
guess it depends what record company you're pulling from.
Right. What too? What record company and what the record company wants to do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do they want to do this or do they want to do that? They got to have clearances and all that stuff. Because when I was under a label, it was a lot of protocols.
Well, there's so many factors that go into either making a music video or songs that, like you said earlier, it's an incredible journey that we all take.
Oh yeah,
depending on what side you're on, whether you're a musician and contributing to the music video or the audio. It's all part of it. My one friend that does it was with the Wrecking Crew, and they said that in the early '60s they were just told to go in there for 8 hours. Do 8 hours worth of work, and here they brought all this music out just from concentrating together and putting incredible bass lines together, incredible guitar riffs together, incredible piano intros, and making these songs still last for like how many years? Since the early 50s, 60s. I mean, that's amazing. I mean,
that's called building a legacy.
It is.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely building a legacy.
What everybody can do together is an incredible journey, and they're all enjoying it, but at the same time didn't realize what they were building while they were building it. If that makes sense.
I love authentic making real music. That's where I'm like, where I agree with you with the AI. Like I'd rather make real music with real musicians, with real producers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One question that Chris wanted that sent. He said, "Where is one place where you would like to perform, country or state or city?"
Hopefully Las Vegas. Hopefully it's this summer. And country, I would say Australia or Ibiza.
Nice. Ibiza. Australia.
Is that Australia? Ibiza?
No. He mentioned a few different ones. Why Ibiza or Australia?
Ibiza is nothing but dance music, pop music. It's very popular there. Australia is always a place that I wanted to visit, and I have a lot of fans over there that just keep asking me, "Hey, when are you going to come to Australia and perform?" And I said, "I don't know. When the cards align, I guess, or when I get booked there."
Yeah. Well,
and if the price is right, you know what I mean? Because it's a long flight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, with your show that you have upcoming this week and next week, are you then just like you probably have more shows upcoming, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to have more shows coming. Absolutely, yes. Summertime is going to be crazy hectic.
Do you have any in New Jersey?
Coming up, not right now.
Well, keep us updated.
I did Frenchtown. I did Frenchtown in New Jersey in January, and then I got Pottstown next week, and then I got Brooklyn, New York the following Saturday.
Okay. All right. Well,
so I can reach out, and see if, I'm trying to get some shows in Atlantic City. There's a lot of casinos up there. I'm trying to hit up there, but I haven't gotten any feedback from my agents down there.
How about Parks Casino in outside of Philadelphia? Parks Casino, Parx.
I have to check into that one. I'll check into that one. Parks Casino.
Yeah. Atlantic City is nice though. You should try. Was it Ocean Casino?
We just submitted to them today.
Okay.
Ocean.
Please. We stayed at Ocean. It was definitely beautiful, and they have amazing shows.
Give them a shout out. Give them a shout out.
Ocean Casino in Atlantic City. Yeah. Atlantic City, New Jersey. Yeah, definitely. You can get in Atlantic City. Please let us know because we're also in New Jersey too, Lucky. So
okay, nice. Yeah, definitely.
Borgata is also a good one too, I believe. But
Borgata.
We'll see where it goes from now. Parks.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. Because I feel like, with my music, as you guys can hear, it's more upbeat, mid-tempo. So it's good for casinos. It's good for festivals. It's good for that style. Some bars it's cool for, but like my music is really high energy music. So I need to be, you know what I mean, in a certain atmosphere, because,
you have to
bar music, I perform in bars, don't get me wrong, but sometimes they want to hear singers with guitars. Sometimes they want to hear full bands versus dance music. You know what I mean? Unless it's after hours or if it's a certain night. I found that a lot. And, but I love performing everywhere, to be honest. I'm an entertainer,
Well, I was going to say, you have to keep us distracted when we're gambling. That's more money for you.
Right?
That's how it works, right?
Or write a song about gambling so you can get into the casinos.
Well, I wrote the song Wild Card with Lil Wayne was kind of about gambling, but I might have to take it even further and go with the jackpot.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Wait, you mean like you're working on your own song or doing something?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I'm working on lots of songs.
Okay.
I'm just,
awesome.
Don't give too much away. Just a little bit of,
the teasers. You have to give the teasers for sure. Well, I wanted to definitely promote your upcoming show coming up this Saturday again, because that's really big for you, especially for who you're working with.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited about it. What does it say? What musical instrument do I feel comfortable playing or using? Well, the thing is I don't really play instruments while I perform, unfortunately. I have a guitar at my house. I don't play it like I used to when I was younger. I developed that I have a voice. So I sing, man. I sing and dance.
Okay. Oh, your feet are your instrument.
I try. I used to take choreography lessons when I was under a label and when I was in Atlanta, and I used to do shows differently. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd have a DJ or a sound guy, but I'd bring 2 or 3 girls that do choreography, and I would do a little choreography as well, kind of like a Pitbull vibe or like a Chris Brown movement, but not that crazy movements. I mean, hell, I would love to dance like that, but I gotta have the time and energy for it, I guess. I wouldn't say the energy. I got more than enough energy. I guess I need the time and money to do it.
That's definitely the biggest key there for sure.
Because that choreography is no joke. Like when I know one of Michael Jackson's choreographers. I also know Usher's choreographer. I know some of Chris Brown's. And when I lived in Atlanta, I went to a dance studio, and the choreographers that trained me a little bit were on tour with Usher and on tour with Chris Brown and stuff like that. So
that's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
You were touched by everyone. See, that's really nice.
Say it again.
I said you were touched by everyone. That's really nice.
Yeah, and I try to develop my skills and keep everything sharp as much as I can. If the time consumes it, like being a singer, it's kind of like how an artist plays a guitar. They got to tune their guitar. So being a singer, you got to tune your voice. You got to take voice training. You got to keep your voice sharp.
Yeah,
because you could blow a vocal cord out singing, and then you can't sing for 6 months or have to have a surgery. So you got to be very cautious with your voice. It's an instrument.
Definitely is. Well, I'm going to ask you before we get ready to end the show, what is something you can recommend for somebody that wants to be a singer-songwriter as yourself, but maybe they don't know where they can start?
Well, you got social media. You got to use that as a platform. I mean, that's a good start right there. You can push all your content without anybody stopping you from doing it. My advice is that I mean, yeah, you got social media, but my advice is you got to work hard. You know, you got to work very hard, and you're gonna have some ups and downs, and you got to keep going. You got to follow your heart. If you got a dream, you got to stick with it. You got to go through. Don't. My thing is don't listen to the word no, and because that don't exist. That don't even exist in my vocabulary. Someone says no or quit, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like what?
I love that.
They say
You
no,
know, my drive is undeniable. My work ethic is crazy. You know.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, you got to follow your heart. If you got a dream, you really got to follow your heart because this shit, it will come true.
Nobody knows it better than you.
You know, time, persistent, and dedication. That's it.
All right,
and talent, and you got to have talent. You got to have something to work with.
Yeah, you definitely need to show something. Give us your social media where people can find you, Lucky.
All right, so you guys can follow me on Instagram at The Real Lucky Harmon. You can follow me on TikTok at The Real Lucky Harmon. My Twitter is Real Lucky Harmon. Spotify's Lucky Harmon. Facebook's Lucky Harmon. And my website is Lucky Harmon Band, whatever, Band Breeze or something like that. I can't even think right now. And you can you can Google me too if you want to, check out my music. Oh, also you can go to my bands in town and see my local tour dates, my shows coming up, and my latest releases, etc. My band's in town's under Lucky Harmon as well. So, I mean, yeah, lots of social media.
You said Twitter. Did you mean X?
Yeah, X.
That's okay. I know what you meant. I just had to bring that out because I was like,
yeah. Look, I go back to the MySpace days. That's where I started out. That's where my music career began, was the MySpace days.
Oh my God, yeah.
I was one of those guys.
Where can people maybe get tickets for this weekend or next weekend? Do you have that information?
Oh, yeah. So if they want to get tickets for the Drake Bell show, they can go to Ticketmaster.com. Look up the Drake Bell, Lucky Harmon. They can go to TicketWeb, look up Lucky Harmon. They can go to my bands in town. The tickets are on there as well. For the Pottstown, Pennsylvania show. And then the other show that I'm doing, Brooklyn Music Kitchen, that is on, oh boy, I think it's like dice.com.
Okay.
It's with Breaking Sound. It's Brooklyn Music Kitchen. So that's going to be a really cool event as well. Because it's in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. Is it on your social media? Like you're promoting it as well? So they could just
Yeah. It's on all my social media platforms. Absolutely, yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect. Well, thank you so much. And we really appreciate having you. How did you get a chance to meet Paula? How did Paula reach out to you?
Wow. I think I actually reached out to her a couple of years back.
Okay.
And I reached out to her on I think it was on Instagram, and then I did an email, and I seen her, working with some clients in the music business. And one of the clients was on American Idol, who I knew of. And then I mentioned her to him, and she's like, yeah, he's one of my clients. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I'm looking for someone, to work with it, as far as consultant and management to work with. And she's like, okay. And then we just started building from there.
Okay. Well, congratulations. She's incredible to work with, I'm sure. We love having
Absolutely.
her. All amazing stars like you guys. So
yeah, God bless her too, her health and everything.
We appreciate your time, just being here today and promoting yourself. Good luck and have fun with your upcoming show this week. And show Drake exactly who you are. You never know what's going to come out of it. Oh,
I like that. Now you give me some. You just gave me some inspiration.
Yeah, for sure.
You just gave me some inspiration. You really did.
Give him some inspiration.
I just keep up what you're doing, Lucky, and thanks for supporting me. I'll support you 100% either way, and I just wish you the best. You're doing what you want to do. You're doing your dream.
Oh man, thank you. Woof. That means a lot. Cause see, that's what my mom wanted me to do was follow my dream. So she's here with me in spirit. She passed a year ago, and she said, "Don't listen to anybody, but just follow your dream." And that's all I want to do is just live my dream. That's it.
Absolutely.
That's all I want to do.
God bless you, brother.
Well, thank you so much,
I
Lucky.
appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, and we hope you have so much fun this weekend as well. Yeah. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Dani Perro Show.
You.
Back at the end of the month. Thank you all. Have a good night.
You guys have a great night, and I'll send you that Haunted track after this.
Beautiful.